Good morning. My name is Marilynn T, and I live in Oregon Township. I'm not an expert by any means on smart meter radiation, but I do have a degree in electrical and computer engineering technology. I have a personal testimony. My parents had a smart meter put on probably a little over 2 years ago. These are very active elderly people on no prescription medication. My mother started having severe headaches, heart palpitations. They had no idea what was going on. They noticed that every time they left the house, my mother felt way better. She made doctor's appointments. A lot of people told her it was all in her head. They've got a newspaper that had an article on smart meters. They started doing some investigation. They read up on it, and it was like a light bulb went off in their heads. They called DTE and said, can we have our analog back on, please? We believe that our health is being affected. It was right outside their bedroom window. And DTE refused, but they did put in what they call the so-called opt-out. My mother still had episodes. I wouldn't believe it if I had gone to her house and seen her holding her head in her hands and saying, Marilynn, I think I'm gonna die. So my father went to the extreme. My father's an outstanding citizen, never broke the law. He went and bought analog, had an electrician come the day after DTE read their meter and put that analog on. They took pictures, they documented it, they had told DTE they were going to do this. DTE told them, you're stealing electricity, you're not using an authorized meter, which I guess was true. They disconnected my parents' power June of 2014. They are now on solar and with a gas generator backup, and they are willing to sacrifice and do that just for their health. And my mother is way better, and they are pro analog choice. I am pro analog choice. I believe there are many issues behind it, but I just wanted to say that the health is the main one, but there's also privacy. There are people way smarter than me that have done investigations, and there's so much information out there. Anybody who's had an x-ray done knows the power of radiation. We all use cell phones, and I agree with what everybody else here has said. We are being bombarded. We also have, my dad had purchased an RF meter. You can go and stand in a field, and there's a low-level radiation which you are going to be exposed to. But when you run your microwave and you go by these meters, that RF meter will register off the scale. I do not want to be exposed to that. I want the choice. I unplug everything at nighttime. We have cordless phones. They give off a huge amount as well. I unplug all that stuff at night. I don't feel like I'm a crazy person, but there are a lot of people out there who act like we are. I know my husband is allergic to cats. He can go into a house 2 minutes and he has to come out because he's having a reaction. I can walk into that same house. Doesn't bother me a bit. I think that these meters have a similar effect because we all have a different biochemistry. Some people are going to suffer greatly, whereas the rest of us might not know for 20 years. Who knows? There's so many cancers. There's so many health issues today. So I just want to let you know I support, I believe it's the House Bill, is it 4916? True analog choice. And I am going to fight for that as much as I can. I would appreciate it if you guys would back us on that. Thank you.